Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today we're going to install an electronic deadbolt, which is going to be pretty cool. And something I needed to install this was a door lock installation kit, or at least a hole saw for it. Okay, and what I ended up doing was, for the same price, I got a Ryobi installation kit, which comes with a jig and it comes with the 2 hole saws. So this should be pretty good. So I'm going to try this out at the same time as I install this. So 2 videos in one. Alright. What we're going to do now is we're going to mark the approximate height for the hole. There's probably like a dimension that you should go by from here to here. I'm not going to use this in this case. I'm just going to mark basically where it's going to go. They will come with a little template. And this template, it will show you, for this one is a 60mm back set for this particular unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that along the line like it says. I'm going to line it up for the 60mm, and that doesn't line up with this one. So it looks like it's going to be lined up with the 70mm back set. So want to keep it looking even. Okay, the Ryobi set comes with 2 hole saws. 2 1/8 and 1 inch. One's for the lock set and one's for the barrel. All right. It also comes with 2 different drill bits for the screws that you have to install, which is nice. And then it comes also with a double-sided screwdriver bit for your drill, which is also very nice. And then you have the other drill bit, and then this attachment here, which also fits into the hole saws. So what you do is you just thread that in. Okay, and if you want to take this drill bit out, there's a set screw on that to change your drill bit. All right, so install that. Now, it comes with the jig, and the jig has a couple of different sizes on it, 2 3/4 and 2 1/8, and that's the spacing that I was talking about here. So the spacing that we're going to use is 2 3/4. So we're going to slide this down. I have too much stuff in my hand. Let's see. I'll slide this down. Should be, there we go. Release tab. Okay. So push down on that and then pull this one forward, and then you're at your next setting. And what this does is it actually goes around the door. So it just slides over top of your door opening. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so it expands. You see that? For the size of your door. Neat. That is very cool. Alright, so, and then what we're going to do is we're going to line it up to where we need it, and then we are going to drill it. It'd be really nice if we could clamp this. I guess that's what this is for. Alright, so when we do this, it has 2 little screw holes, and what we'll do is we'll take the screws from the lock set and we'll just shoot those in, and that'll keep it in the right position while you're drilling, and that way you don't have to worry about it. So let's try that. Alright, so we're going to center that, and then I wish this was magnetic. Alright, here. Let's put the screw in. Wow, that sucks. Alright. Center that. Shoot the screw. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So cool. So we will push the door all the way back, center this, and begin to. Alright, so we've drilled through this side, and then if you come around here to the back, you can see the pilot hole is through on this side. So what we'll do is we'll go into the pilot hole. Ah, look at that. Even with the dead battery, you got it. Okay, so now we've switched out the other hole saw. This was actually quite tricky to take off. I ended up using 2 pipe wrenches, one for here, one for the hole saw. That sucked, but it worked. because you only have the one bit for the center. So now we're going to put the latch in. So let's line that up. Now it's all the way through. That's all I wanted to use. Of the Ryobi, what did they call it? Wood metal door lock installation kit. I would say it was pretty successful. I don't expect that this would last, forever. Probably do like 10 doors. You'd probably wear through the plastic ring. But for the DIY guy, that works really well. Alright, so then we put the barrel in. I have that there, and we are going to mark out where you're mark it out. And then you gotta chisel it out for the thickness of this. See the line's better now?
A little bit, yep.
Alright.
Right there.
Alright, so now we gotta put the barrel in, and it has this little lock. This goes on the bottom. So just chisel this out to the right depth, right? And then put that in. And then what we can do now is we can screw that in place. So now this piece has to go back inside here. This is your lock barrel. It goes inside. And this has this little guy on it here. So this goes underneath, and then the lock barrel goes right in there. Pull this in place, which can get kind of tricky. Alright, so you put the front part in already. Then over here in the back, this is actually the bottom, and this little wire has to go through this part here. Let's get that in. And then this goes in the center. And I have it upside down. Alright, let's try this again the right way. Wire goes through there. That goes in here.
Is over here okay?
Yeah. Just gonna line that up there. And we have this screw goes through into the lock set on the other side. Once that's started, grab the other screw. You tighten these down. Takes a little while. Alright, and straighten it up. And straighten it up on the other side. Ready? Alright, so now the back piece here, this has to, you slide this open. And then there's a mating coupler, which sucks to put on. Make sure that's in all the way. And then this just goes in here. Oh, now this here has to line up with this. Okay, and there's instructions on which side. Okay, I have to turn this way because of the way the door hinges. If it was hinged the other way, it would be different. So put that in, and you're going to try this. Make sure the barrel comes out. So make sure it's smooth. So we got that in. Now it has 2 screws here. Somewhere. Take those up without stripping them. And there's another bolt that goes in the bottom. So there's 3 of those. And then the one that goes in the top is actually a screw. Let's see if we can get this to go in. I didn't tap the hole. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, we got to put the batteries in, and then we got to program it. So anyway, basically to do this whole thing, just follow the instructions. Comes with instructions. Use the video for reference if you need to, and everything should be golden. All right. Mark where this thing is going to go. Yeah, sorry. And what we're going to do is just going to make a little mark there. And transfer that mark over to the center. Okay. I've already drilled this out. So transfer that mark over to the center. Line it up with your other one. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start with the drill that it came with. It came with a 1-inch spade bit. So I'm just going to drill that in. That's for the barrel. And then we're going to grab the striker plate, okay, line that plate up, right, trace around it, and then we're just going to chisel it out. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, so I've installed 3 of these. As you can see, this door had an issue with it. That's all broken because it's actually my shop and somebody must have lost their key and had to break in. And I've used the Ryobi jig for 2 of them, and it's performed really, really well. And yeah, it's been great. So I really like it. I would definitely recommend it for the home handyman kind of guy. Anyway, so with these, the big thing is you have to make sure that they lock properly. And we'll turn it around and let you see. So you want to make sure that they lock nicely. So you press the button and it locks. It beeps once and you can't get in, right? I just press the button and it unlocks. Okay. So draw a light here. So basically you want to be able to see it. And the barrel comes out. Alright? So it's got to be a good match with your door striker here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good time out in the shop.